welcome Amy Thurman.
April 26, 2014, 11 years ago. I woke up in the middle of my living room floor and didn't know how I got there. Found out that I had passed out, landed on my face on the hardwood floor. 6 months later, I found out that it sheared my brainstem, caused a traumatic brain injury, and broke my neck. 6 months, I didn't know that. So I lived with a broken neck for 10 years before I had the surgery to repair it. People kept telling me I was an inspiration fighting my way through that. You know, I was clawing my way out of hell, but people kept telling me I was an inspiration, I should write a book about it. So I listened, and I wrote my first book, Finding My Hero Within.
Let's go.
And that's what I learned throughout that whole journey. And it became a bestseller, and it took on a life of its own that I wasn't prepared for. I might get emotional. It's an emotional
Get
thing.
emotional.
And I wasn't prepared for the success that came from that book. I was rubbing shoulders with celebrities. I was on a Times Square billboard. I was all of these things that I wasn't prepared for. And so I began to go to this deep, dark place. And I checked myself into a mental health hospital. And I spent a week there. And it wasn't medication that saved me. It wasn't therapy that saved me. It was something far more human. It was someone holding space for me. And so I am an authenticity and holding space expert. I hold space for people. It's not therapy, it's not advice. It's a safe place for people to fall apart without judgment. And I do that with individuals, businesses, communities, schools, wherever there are groups of people. I'm Amy Thurman with Polish the Mirror. Thank you.
My reputation was about resilience and about strength and how to not give up and to push forward. But I couldn't do that. I wasn't doing that. And I began falling apart behind the scenes. Because what if people found out that I was falling apart? In my mind, my reputation would be ruined and my career would be ended. Our perception of strength is a paradox. A paradox is two things that seem to be opposite, two things that seem to cancel out each other, but that they both can be true at the same time. And I did one of the most courageous, strongest things that I have ever done in my life. And I walked myself into a mental health hospital and I asked for professional help.
So it took my doctor 6 months to figure out that I had a traumatic brain injury, that my brainstem was sheared, and that my neck was broken. So I lived 6 months with all of those injuries, and nobody could figure out what was wrong with me. And I was going to end it. That was the answer. That was the only way I could see at the time.
If you've ever been in a deep, deep, dark place, you know this feeling so well. Your thinking is very foggy. It's very muddy, and you don't think clearly.
This was the first in a series of mindset shifts that led to the discovery of my Polish the Mirror framework, which is a way of remembering that our worth is not tied to what we do or how much we can produce, how well we perform. No, our worth is tied to who we are at our core, who we are authentically.
Amy, thanks for being with us. What is your story?
Finding My Hero Within is about my 10-year journey of living with a broken neck that went undetected for 6 months, leaving me completely incapacitated and disabled for nearly a year. I discovered that the person I was waiting for to come rescue me, that knight in shining armor that I was waiting for to come take me out of this horrible life, was found in my reflection in the mirror. It had been there the whole time. And so on the verge of taking my life, I decided to fight to live with the intention of using my story to help others, and that's what it's become.
Please allow it to be. You are safe to cry here. You're safe to sob here. Y'all, there are tissues in your bags. If you need tissues, they're in your bags.
And now my life is my greatest show, and yours can be too. Y'all, if I could do this with a broken neck, so can you. Thank you for letting me cry at you today and for the opportunity to share my story with you.